He reckons it ain't. Out on. To the dents. Oh, it is. You don't have to put it in every time. Brilliant.
Good, eh?
I thought you had to do it every time, to be fair. But we're dreaming there.
Yeah. Dream.
Oh, well, we are.
Live, eh? Live.
Why is the god? Yeah, no, we're live. Yeah, we're up and running. Welcome back to the round stable. I always trip up. It's funny. I come up with that and I always still go to say round table. Welcome to the round stable. Episode 4.
Round table's a common one, so we got to be different. We got to go stable. Because this is the stable.
That is it. Episode 4 already. 4.
It's ticking up. It's ticking up. So this is where the meat and potatoes comes in now, so to speak, right? All this was just the prequel. And now we're into the actual.
I like that.
We're into the actual series now. You know what I mean?
That's it.
So this is what we've been trying to get going down. So I'm excited. And now sort of our things that we want to talk about make more sense now because we have things to go with. You know?
It's funny. I felt like I was waiting forever, and then out of nowhere, it's here. Honestly.
I know. Like it snuck up on me. Like when I was making that team update, it snuck up on me like fucking quick smart. And so, but like you said, yeah, here we are. The games were thick and fast. They were good. Oh, you talk about something. Let this fucking dog in. He wants to come say hello again.
Oh, Buckley. I don't know if the show's met Buckley before, but yes, he has named his dog after the supreme Nathan Buckley, Collingwood fan as he is.
Every time the dog wants to come in. Anyway, yes,
he knows we're talking AFL and old Buckley.
Oh, of course, mate. He wants to join in.
That's it.
Yeah, he get no choice.
Well, talking about your update, I did just record mine. I will throw that up tomorrow, and I might reveal just a snippet tonight because it's just too juicy. It was just a snippet. Oh, but we'll leave that to later. I've gone crazy. I've lost my mind.
Well, I feel like this is the night to do it because this is what it's about. We're up to this point where we got to talk because you're going to have players that you're going to talk about. And you're going to have to refer them to your team.
Yeah,
so,
I will have to reveal the big juiceness, but I've lost my mind. I feel like a madman, but we're there.
I've done it about 4 times. Not going to lie. Today specifically, even last night. Last night I made so many changes and I just fell asleep with it, and then I woke up this morning.
It didn't save.
Sometimes I didn't save it, and then I was like, oh my god. Went back, did it again, and then woke up this morning, and then ultimately changed it again. So I'm all over the shop as well. I think we just need a full round of every player out the way to settle us all, because this opening round really didn't do any of us favors because we haven't seen the full crop of players in the AFL. We haven't seen certain styles. It's only one game, so can these players produce this week in, week out? You know what I mean? Like a player's got, like for example, Justin McInerney. He's not getting 142 every week,
and he isn't sucking people in. I've looked.
No, he's not. So like, this is what I'm saying. There's always these players that can have a big game, but you just got to be careful. But yeah, I've changed my mind so many times too, man.
Well, yeah. Look, it's been busy. Well, we may as well get into it straight away, and you might have to revert back to before you made your changes for the Stallion, because the Stallion has to be, well, he probably imagines still in the squad, someone you had that did no wrong by you. I think I know who your Voldemort is because you probably brought him in, but we'll leave that for the moment.
Yeah, well, I mean, so the Stallion for me, I mean, I think everybody's Stallion has to either be Petrarca if you didn't have him. 170, that's absolutely ridiculous. But I'm not kind of surprised at Petrarca, so I didn't expect 170. But my Stallion's Sinclair, and the reason why I picked Sinclair is because, and we talked about this so much on Messenger, is that you and I were red hot on Sinclair, and we were last year, to be honest. Like, we just know how good he is off half back. And he just had no noise this year for some unknown reason because of Naz. And with Naz going into the midfield, you and I picked it. I didn't think Collingwood were going to tag him. I'll tell you that right now. We don't tag anybody. And McRae seems to have added that little string to his bow, so to speak, because he put Perryman there, which is opened up Houston, which is another whole talking point. But because Perryman played defense last year and he's straight away in the midfield on a tagging role, so that definitely opened the game up. But yeah, Sinclair just 143. I know he's capable of that, but a lot of the league probably didn't think he was going to get that, and now he's probably going to be super owned. So, but he's definitely a stallion in my book. Other than that, the obvious choice is Petrarca, but I wanted to be a little bit wanted to give Sinclair a shout out and say that he was my stallion for the week, just because of how much noise was around Naz. I mean, people were saying he was better than Dacos. Like, Jesus.
Well, the numbers are here. I'm sure he was 8%. I think he'd risen 8%. He's now 29. Sinclair. So opening round has cooked us.
That's
it's infuriating. Tough. It is infuriating.
It really is, because that, for you and I at least, that was a pod, like a real big pod. And we probably have another one in the defense that's probably going to kill it this weekend too, in Roberts, and I bet you he won't last long either.
But that'll cost a trade at least. At least that'll cost people a trade. This
week,
will
cost a trade.
See, I'm fuming. Just before I get to my stallion, I'm fuming because I didn't miss. I had no one to bring in because I had Petrarca, I had Josh Dacos, I had Sinclair, I had Walsh, I had all the risky ones that cooked.
Yeah, I had.
So
Petrarca,
I'm fuming.
I didn't have Walsh, but I feel like Walsh didn't end up being that crazy, like score wise. Like that's a score I could see him getting, but. Definitely Walsh still had a good round. There's some good other players in there that really surprised me. Like Bailey Humphrey had a really good round, and then Cogs, like Cornelio, he had a belter.
Yeah,
he's just one that doesn't get talked about a lot. He's still a fucking gun.
I mean, we can get into the Cogs when we run through the games because I'm a little bit cooler on that, but we'll get to that once we go through the games. But my stallion would. Petrarca is the obvious one, but I feel like that's everyone's stallion, so I'll leave him. My stallion would be Joshy Dakes. I've been hot on him for probably a month, and it was just the what's the word? Just assured me I've made the right call here to keep Joshy Dakes. You watched the game. Was the roll mid or was he floating in the half back? Or?
Oh no, 100% mid.
Yeah, I think what's his ownership? I'll have a quick look at that because it's still only 18%. So Sinclair's exploded. That is baffling.
You think Josh should be higher? I'm pretty sure he got 36 disposals. He was top of the fantasy because he ended up getting like 13 marks as well. I know how good Josh is. I was just super reluctant because I didn't know if he was going to still be super effective from the middle. But from what I saw, he's not going to have any problems. And because Nick takes so much attention, Josh picks up a lot of. Now we talk about cheap disposals, but like Josh picks up disposals where, like you could just find space because Nick's getting all the attention. So it is a very, very good pick to have Josh, and he's got such good running. Like his meters gained is always really high. He's a great kick on the ball. Like he very rarely misses the target. Yeah. He is very, very clean. So and he floats forward every now and then and can kick a goal. But yeah, he was brilliant. And he played sole man. He didn't play half back at all.
Yeah. No, look, I thought he would have been higher than Sinclair because he's that much cheaper. But some people are still not too hot on it. 18%. That is cool.
It's the buy. People. Because we have the buy the same round.
Sinclair, yeah.
Sinclair can last a bit longer, so people drag him out a bit, I suppose.
There is a lot of strats there where the people that line up just before the price rise. I've seen a few tactics around it.
Yeah, I know. That's like with the 3-round averages and then the buys. It can get real sweaty, and I think that's what people are trying to play. So that would affect the percentage owned.
Mm-hmm. Oh well, let's swing straight into your donkey. Give me your donkey. Who'd you have that was horrid? That's probably gone. I imagine he's gone because it's free. So
that's right. I mean, it's going to be tough because I'm going to have to scroll down and see if the name sort of pops up in my head because there wasn't. Oh, it's going to be harsh here, and I'll have to explain why. But my donkey was Flanders. I binned
That's
him.
fair.
I
Yeah,
binned him.
yeah.
I dipped him,
I've seen you bend them.
but I put him back. I put him back, right? But he pissed me off, and honestly, he could. I'm still not 100% convinced on this. I can't call Bontempelli my donkey because he's still got 113. Like that's fine. It's just that at 706,000, 113 is not going to cut it, which is crazy to say. But unfortunately, that's what happens when you're at that price. So like it's a really awkward price, 113, because if he got like 105, I'd be so comfortable getting rid of him. And if he got 120, I would probably would have kept him. But 113 is like
Yeah,
it's just it means he's going to come down unless he gets like 170 in these next two games, which is Bontempelli. He absolutely can do that.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tip he won't. So I dare say he's going to drop in price. So I went Flanders. He just disappointed me. I watched the whole game. This is the thing you got to remember. I watched the whole game. I saw him. Not clean with the footy at all. His kick is very, very ineffective. He is very rash with the ball. He gets the ball and just punts it long. There's no like stopping to look for a target. He's not trying to bring players out to the ball. He's just hitting it long straight into the forward 50. Like St Kilda had almost 20 or 30 more inside 50s than Collingwood, but they were dud inside 50s. They were just bombed long. And I didn't like that. I didn't like what I saw from him. He got lots of display. He got 28, but he only got 77. And so, like, that concerns me massively because if you're getting 28 and you're only getting 77, how do you increase on that number? How are you going to get 80 to 90, 95? He's going to have to get 35 plus if he plays the way that he's playing because he's not very efficient with the ball. He gives it over a lot. And you got to remember too, this is the one where the reason why I got super concerned about it. Naz got tagged the whole fucking game, so he should have went off even more. You know what I mean? Because the best player in the game has just been tagged out of it. So there's going to be games where Naz doesn't get a tag. So I don't know. That really concerned me. I put him back in just because of his DDP. Like he's going to be playing midfield and he's forward.
Yeah, that's it. He has the role. So
he has the role. That's the only reason why he's still in the team.
Yep.
Otherwise, I'm so off him. Like for example, Mitch Owens got the same points as Flanders, and Mitch Owens didn't play fantastic. So I just think that and the price really sort of throws me out too. Like 396 is such an awkward price, but at that price, you know, there's not really much more option
that's
there.
the thing.
I mean,
like where do you go?
Where do you go? The only other option really potentially could be Harvey Thomas, or you go like Buderick, but is Buderick going to last? Like I know he had a crazy game, but is he going to last? Or you go to Goey, who's got he's a DDP already. He's got the dual role, mid and forward, which I actually was really impressed by De Goey's game because we played him differently. So McRae talked about this. He played like 27 minutes in the first quarter, and he actually overplayed. And so then they drawed his minutes back for the rest of the game, and he still kicked 3 goals, got like 18 touches, scored 90. So that tells me that when they ramped De Goey up, because obviously they want to keep him fit so he doesn't get injured. He could be a real sneaky pick at 321,000 because I actually think he played that game in third gear. He just looked so classy. So that would be the other option. Yeah, that was just I wasn't confident there. Connor McDonald is also another great shout. He got 94. He didn't do anything to hurt him, and they got smashed. So you would imagine that Connor McDonald could probably get a little bit more. In fact, looking at that right now, I might jump on to Connor McDonald. But that's
he's got the role as well, and that look, it's
a flip of a coin. It's a flip of a coin. Just depends what happens there. But yeah, we'll see how we go. I wasn't very. I'm just saying for all the noise. I wasn't impressed by Flanders. I thought he could have done better. So he's the guy to let me down.
Well, we all do have to remember Dimmer went past him within a season, and Dimmer kind of knows what he's talking about. So you have to take that into account.
I saw a comment too, like on one of the videos I was watching, and it was like it was a Gold Coast fan, and he was like, "I watch this guy week in week out at the ground." And he was like, I'm telling you, he gives that ball away so much.
His efficiency. Well, that'll hurt his score.
That's what I'm saying. You know, in Supercoach, it's all these little things like turnovers kill you, free kicks against kill you. And so I was just really, yeah, I'm really uncertain about that one. I dare say it might change. But then do you know what the problem is? I've got that mentality where I'm like, if he gets 100 this week, I'm going to be fuming because they play Melbourne. And I'm like, well, who's going to stop that? Like, they've only got Steele. It's like, oh, God. So I feel like maybe one more week I could hold him. And then if he lets me down again and he doesn't get a massive score, yeah, I might jump to somebody else. But that would be my donkey for the week for sure.
That's a fair call. It's funny because I'm not too concerned with Flanders at the moment. I'm happy from there. I'm happy to move on him if I have to, but I'm not looking to move him now. But if you want, I think my donkey will take the cake because I did have him in my R3 and it was Reedy and he's pass. He's gone. My R3's gone. I could have left him there because he still scored a point. He scored 34 points. Rubbish.
I don't understand who you would have at R3 then, unless you're just going to play the like someone that doesn't play and just rotate off. You go Kalani White, or did you put Zalatoski or whatever there?
This is delving into the deeper realms. All I'll say for the moment, we'll get into it later. I have wanted a loop all preseason, so I got Kalani White because I want a loop. I'm not having, and just having the loop now. When I was looking at captains, I was like, oh, so you just have options. So now I can VC.
I was already looking at my games this weekend because I got captain on Sherry, and I'm like, and then I got the vice on Butters, and I'm just like, fuck, if I had a ruckman that didn't play.
Oh mate, honestly, I didn't realize how much I missed it until I did it, and I was like, oh, now I can VC him, and if it goes bad, I can see him after. You've just got options. So I actually think the loop's a necessity, whether you do it in R3 and like Reedy, he's not going to make any money. He's not going to make any money. He scored 34.
And do you know what? He didn't play good at all. And to be fair, Pitnet, you're not getting him out of that side.
No, he's not going to push Pitnet out. Yes.
I don't think so either.
So yeah, he takes the donkey from me. Gone. And
I didn't even think of him because he wasn't in my starting squad. So anyone on the bench I don't class as donkeys because I think the donkeys.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. I've kind of cheated there because he's on the bench.
That's fair. No, you traded him.
He was that bad though.
Your segment.
He was rubbish. He wasn't great. He was.
I remember
rubbish.
I was watching that game. And obviously the Supercoach chats were flying, and it was like, yeah, Reedy's gone.
You know why he's because like I said before, I'm fuming at the second round because I didn't miss. That's why he's my donkey. There's no one I could bring in, one person, and I'll touch on him later. But fuming. Like if there was another donkey, it's incredibly harsh because it's it'd be Philippou, but 66 is fine for his price.
Yeah, I don't think Philippou's a donkey because that's what you expect from 168,000.
No, exactly. But I
actually thought he was pretty good in the game too, to be honest.
Yeah, he's an eye test merchant, to be honest. Philippou.
He is.
He's one of these eye test merchants. You go, he's a belter, and then he scores a 60. But anyway, he's staying in. Your Voldemort. Do you have your Voldemort? I wonder if we have the same Voldemort. Someone you didn't have, you can't stand the thought of because he cooked. And you want them. Now, I know that it's free, so you can still pretty much get who you want if you want to shuffle. So it's a tricky one.
It is a tricky one, and because at this stage, the players that scored the most, I didn't really want any of them in my side, so to speak. But if I was to pick one right now that I'm like, damn, I wanted you in, but I just couldn't wiggle it around, it'd probably be Lockie.
Lockie Neal. I wasn't expecting Lockie Neal, the old Voldy.
Yeah, he got 123, and I think now that McGluggage is injured, that could probably increase.
And I'm not going to pick Walsh. And Bailey's out for a game.
Exactly. So Lockie's probably, and against Sydney, they might throw Jordan at him, but I don't think Jordan's stopping Neal. So, yeah, I'd say Neal because the players above him that scored really high, Ed Richards, who I think he's a gun. Zorko's a gun. I didn't want them in my side anyway, not initially, but I wanted Lockie. I did want Lockie, but I just couldn't. I couldn't get him in, and I probably still could get him in, but there's only one player I could trade him for, and that would be Goulden. And I just think that's like for like. Like Gordon could have a better game, Neal could have a better game. So
yeah,
but that bothers me because for me, all all this preseason, I wanted. I just thought Lockie would be good. I just like this whole bullshit around him. Like clearly, the guy's like he's an animal. He doesn't give a toss. Like it just hasn't affected him. So yeah, he's still a weapon. Other than that, you could say Walsh, but I don't know. I've never been hot on Walsh. I know you have, and I'm not saying he's not a gun because he is a gun, and he's going to score high. He's one of these guys that's accumulator. He gets 30 disposals, just for walking on the ground. But I was so afraid of his injury cloud that I've never been on him. I just can't. I can't until he proves me wrong, where he's played 5 or 6, 7 games at this level, and he has done it before. I'm not saying he hasn't, but I'm just saying like this season, then I might shift and try to get him in. But other than that, I'm not looking at many players here that I've gone, damn, I should have had you in. Lockie Whitfield maybe, but he only got 103, so that's not like astronomical. And I think the top 3 defenders that you and I both have, because we have the same, are probably going to outscore what Lockie just did. Winhager's a good shout. But yeah, I'd say Lockie. He's the one that I looked at and I go, fuck, I just really want to do my... I just knew he was going to do well. I just knew it.
Well, that's
Lockie's mine.
That's true to the segment because it sounds like someone you don't want to hear their name. Oh, look,
no, it's not for it's not for a bad. It's not like I hate the guy. It's like, damn,
you wanted him. Yeah. Well, to be honest, you've just changed because my Voldy wasn't really that, but I do have someone where all preseason I'm like, man, I want to start ya. Right? It's kind of that, and he did well, and that was Oliver. I've wanted to get him in.
Yeah, look, just a good shout.
Pre-season,
500,000, and he didn't let you down, eh?
Oh, I wanted him. I had him for about half a year last year, and he didn't go down, he didn't go up, but he held that place until I needed to upgrade. I think he's going to do better than that this year. He passed the eye test.
I can see him getting to 550, 600. Maybe just breaking that 600,000, I reckon.
Yeah.
If he continues to play like that, and you got to remember, Callahan was back. So, like, it's not like...
It's because Green's not coming back.
Green's out. Yeah, because Green's not coming out, they've replaced an inside mid with another inside mid, so he gets all the ball, like those in and unders. So, yeah, he's not going to miss a beat. So, yeah, that's fair. And at that price, that's a very good pick.
I mean, it was a take I had February. And I said, but I didn't think we were going to see it. Peak Oliver's better than Peak Green. If you give me each of their peaks, I'm taking Clayton. Now, do you get Clayton's peak? Maybe we'll never see his peak again. But I even think 80% Clayton peak, I don't want to be disrespectful to Tom Green. 80% peak Oliver, I'm still taking. So if Kingsley gets 80% Clayton, shush.
Well, I mean, look, we made videos in the past. I actually watched some of our old ones. It was a few years ago where we picked Oliver for Brownlows. And when he was at Melbourne when they won the flag, like he was incredibly good.
Yeah.
Like easily their best. Like he was better than Petrarca, but Petrarca was flashier and had that explosive dominance. So that's hence the reason why I got Norm Smith and stuff like that. But over the course of the season, Oliver was better. So yeah, I could see what you're saying. And Green, although he's really good, hasn't done anything for a large a period of time yet. He hasn't got like a body of work that says like you're the guy. Whereas Oliver has done that at some point in his career. So yeah, and 500,000, so enticing. I tell you what, like
because he could be a keeper.
LDU,
he might be a keeper.
It's like for me right now, because I got LDU in that sort of position. It's like if LDU doesn't have a good game,
well, you can move quick. Yeah, that is a backup. And like I said, he could be one you don't look to upgrade. He could be a keeper if he hits 600 and sits around 600. That's a primo keeper. Like, so
that is you don't jump. You don't take sideways movements with 600,000.
No. Well, there you go. So we were all different again.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we are because our teams are a little different. But
I think our backlines are very similar now, but I think our mids are extremely different.
I think our backline is identical. I'm pretty sure.
Yes, I don't have Grills in the backline anymore.
Nor do I. He's in my mid.
Oh, there you go. We might have the exact same. But anyway, if we'll swing into the next, that's the Stallion, Donkey, and the Voldy. We will run through the games. We may as well run because there wasn't that many. So we'll run through the games pretty quick. I'll just get them up here. The first game is Carlton Swans, and obviously, if I just want to touch on,
I watched pretty much all of them, so I can just go straight off the rip for me, like how I felt.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like,
well, that's
you can get the stats. You can get the stats up, like if you want to give me a bit more specific, like player, if I missed something. But yeah,
well, we've already touched on the McInerney. I don't think he should suck anyone in. He does this every year. He has a 140 in preseason or first 3 rounds every single year. I don't think anyone.
I think he's a really good player, and like he's a crafty forward. But that score is not going to be consistent. So don't get blown into that because he'll drop 50s for sure.
Yeah. Heaney did what Heaney does. He can do nothing, and then he can score 80 in 20 minutes. So that's how he gets his 180s.
Yeah, it pissed me off because, like, if you look at that stat line, he gets 2 goals, 20 touches or whatever, and he had 3 at the half. 3! You know what I'm saying? So he got 17 in the second half, kicked a couple with it. So, like, the thing with Heaney is like, we talked about this before, his ceiling is so high that, like, if it comes off, it's the best pick.
Yeah.
But can it come off because he does cop a tag every now and then? And, like, you know, he got a little bit of attention in that game. He went off injured too, so he was off the ground for a little bit. But, yeah, like, the safer pick from Sydney is Goulden. But like, if you maybe get into the later stage of the season, he is such a good risk to take.
Yeah, definitely is. And then Jagger did nothing wrong. I think everyone's happy with Jagger. No one should be moving on Jagger.
No, I mean, look, he got 65. He's looks like he's that type of player that could be an accumulator, not so damaging on Supercoach. But look, at 119,000, you take 65 every day of the week.
Did Cooper Lord have you trigger fingering on Cooper Lord at halftime at all? Maybe having a look at old Cooper?
I had a look at him, but he's an awkward price. He's like 400,000.
Yeah, I couldn't believe he was that much. I had a look at him too, and I was like, oh.
If he was like 280, I may have had a look. But that is these 3. If you're in the realm of 350 to like 420, that sort of bracket, it is so difficult, and you're taking the biggest punt. And so in that bracket, you want some reliability. And I think he was great, but I don't know if I'm there just yet with Cooper Lord.
Well, that's a fair call. I've stayed away from Cooper Lord as well. What about a couple of throwbacks? Some people jumped on Charlie Curnow. You reckon they'll just be jumping off?
I don't think he's going to score.
He'll kick 8 this week. But...
yeah, of course. But I don't think he's going to be a high scorer in Supercoach. I've said it many times before, and you have too. Full forwards are so hard to have in Super. You can't trust them for consistent points. Like, yes, they can go off like your Sam Darcy's or whatever, but like they're just so difficult to have in your side. I stay off them, but some people might.
I always think you can only get one right because the only one that's worth it is the Coleman, because he does average around 100. The Coleman medalist will average around 100. Every other one won't be. So there's,
but it's trying to pick that.
You got to get it right. You can only get one right. So
like Jezza last year would have been a good pick. Like, and he was getting, there was games where he's getting like 15 touches, 18 touches. And
he was. I looked at him late because he was a pod late,
and he was a massive pod, which is difficult to get in your team.
Yeah, very difficult. Sarong, everyone, I think we're all happy with Sarong. I think even he's getting on-field conversations now where he probably
The only reason why he's not on-field for me right now is because Jocks is still in there.
Jacquez.
Jacquez at 84 did a little bit better, but that's tit for tat there. They're interchangeable, those two.
I think it is Jocks, but I'm continuing the name of Jacquez.
I was saying Jacquez, but I don't know if I was anyone.
And do we want to go, old Lewis Melican's probably not getting in any squads with the 27.
Nah, I don't know if Lewis Melican
is there anything
beyond. I will ask you the question. What do you think about Cripps?
Where is he? Let me find the old Crippers. Look, Cripps passes. Where is he? Okay, well, I wouldn't have him. I didn't have him. I wouldn't have him. Another one that looks good when you watch. You know what I mean? Or did he not look good? Like, I watched a half.
No, he didn't look good.
Oh, fantastic.
He didn't do much. And like, I just don't think that he's going to be a valuable scorer in Super anymore. I think he's...
calling it. Calling it. End of the line for the Super on the Crippers.
Not like. I just don't think that having Cripps is going to be. I don't think he's going to be a pod. Like I just don't think the Cripps is going to get you consistent points. Like because you know why? Because Walsh is their gun midfielder, so he's probably going to get majority of it. And now Jagger Smith's coming in, but then you see the likes of Cooper Lord, so they've got some young, fresh blood in there, and I think Cripps can kind of look. He's going to play his role, and he's still a gun. I'm not saying he's not a gun, but I'm just saying transferable to Supercoach. I don't know if it's going to be. I don't think he's going to score very well this year, just because the touches are going to be a little bit more limited. But yeah, look, I could eat my words on that, but I just don't think. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be in the top 20.
Well, his meters gained are horrendous. He had 180
He doesn't
meters
move.
gained.
That's what I mean. He doesn't move. He's a brick shithouse. But the game, if there's one thing you can take from this weekend or the opening round, is that the game is fucking fast.
Yeah,
it is
very quick,
fast. So these big body midfielders, I think the game's gonna pass them. Like
yeah, it could.
Not like
it's not passing the Bond. It's not passing the Bond.
No, it's not passing Bond because Bond impacts the game in so many different ways.
He's an anomaly.
If he doesn't get. If he can't get the ball in the midfield, he'll float forward. He'll get the ball. He'll kick 3 goals.
Yeah,
like you got to remember, he kicked 3 against Brisbane, still had 20. Like he's just fun. He's
he's a freak.
He is a freak. Like if you really talk about it, like he's a freak.
Yeah, he's.
But unfortunately, he sets such a high standard that in Supercoach you have to just wait for him to come down. But yeah, I just think that these big body midfielders this is why I'm a little afraid of LDU. But I think LDU has a little bit more speed in him, and he's younger, so. I'm willing to take that punt.
Well, there you go. Crippers is on watch. G'day. Nick Rivers as well. Welcome in. Anything else on Carlton Sydney before we move in?
One thing I would say about these two sides, obviously Carlton, they started off red hot and then absolutely shit the bed. Sydney, if they play like that for an entire game, they're going to be very difficult to beat. But Sydney's defense is what's going to determine whether or not they're going to do something this year because the defense at times could be shit. Like Carlton had their way with Sydney early, and that's a little bit of a worry because, like I said, that defense can't really stop anybody. And like with all due respect to Carlton's forward line, it's not that great. So
yeah,
they were under the pump, but then obviously they got to go into the third with their running game. Like they were off half back, they were sensational. Like. To score 75 points in a quarter is unreal. Don't matter who you do it against. They obliterated Carlton. So Carlton have got to go back to the drawing board a little bit. Sydney looked fantastic in that period, but they need to get their defense sorted out because that first half for them, if they played the Dogs, Brisbane, the Suns, if they played any of those 3 in that first half, that would have been 60-10.
Yeah.
Well, so, yeah, it's kind of a you were really good, but you're also really shit.
I do think what we've learned as well is the burst is still king. I think it's going to be the same as Lions did that many times last year, played bad for a half and just turned it on in the third quarter and destroyed teams. Yeah,
we did it in 23 when we won the flag. Like you're down, and then all of a sudden you have a quarter, or you have a premiership quarter, or something. Well, it's funny, in our flag season, it wasn't a premiership quarter. We did it in the last quarter.
That last was sort of like correct,
our thing. But yeah, it's that siege, that siege fucking mentality where it's like all guns blazing, and you need to have it because if you don't have it, you're not going anywhere.
You need the burst. If you don't have a burst, and Carlton don't have it, they don't have a burst.
I don't think they do either. So. They can stay close, Carlton, but yeah, they don't have the ability to be under siege, cop the goals, and then be like, right. Bang. We're on now.
Yeah.
Whereas the good teams do.
And quickly back to you, Nick. It'd be golden for me. Old Tommy does have LDU in his squad, so it might be different.
What are the questions?
Golden or LDU? So just a quick fire. Golden or LDU?
Well, I've got both.
Oh, there you go. Both. Why not both? Tacos.
Why not both? But if you're taking if I had to drop one, I would drop LDU. I can't.
I think so.
Golden's too. He's a weapon. He's so good. Do you know why Gordon's really good? I'll tell you why. Because his run game is what makes him really good. Because LDU can be tagged. LDU can be stopped. Gordon can run off halfback. I saw him plenty of times picking the ball up from inside his own 50, and then he's played a nice long kick into the middle of the ground, and then he's up.
Yeah.
A bit like what Nick Dacos does,
Yeah.
they're that first chain. They make that kick, and then bang, they're gone. And then next thing you know, they're in the forward 50. That's really important for like scores and Supercoach.
Meters gained and all that gear.
So I'd go Gould.
Yeah, me too. Well, all right, we'll move into the Gold Coast Geelong game. I don't think we have to touch too much more on the Christian. I think everyone knows about the track. Get him in.
That was sensational.
Get him in. I tell you, it shows how bad the culture was at Melbourne that both Track and Oliver looked unreal. Both of them.
Look, I hope this isn't just like that honeymoon phase where they come out and they just want to show what they are, and then they go back to what they were in Melbourne. But I'm with you. I'm gonna say that the culture at Melbourne, and I think the culture at Melbourne sucks because the captain is a tosspot. Like, I'm sorry,
cool.
but everybody loves Max Gawn. I can't stand him. I think I'm sorry if there's Melbourne fans on here, but I just think Max Gawn's so arrogant, and he never puts any blame on anybody. Like, he just never blames himself. Anyway, it's another topic.
So he grinds my gears too.
Yeah, but I think the culture there, particularly given the fact around Goodwin, but he's gone now. Yeah. But you are right. I don't think they did enough to make it good for the likes of Petrarca and Oliver. I think it hampered them. And now that they've got out and they're in good systems, like Petrarca is probably in a side that is potentially going to win the flag, and GWS maybe, I tipped them to beat the Hawks. Nobody else was with me. I just felt it. I was like, because I'm going to make a little tip here. I'm not sold on Hawthorn this year. I think they're going to be done.
They're in trouble.
I think they're going to be done. They got rid of a lot of midfielders. Couldn't get Merritt, and that midfield's not it.
Yeah,
soft underbelly. But that's another conversation for that game. But yeah, the Suns. I'm not surprised. I think you and I both. You picked them for, I think, minors.
Minors, yep.
I have put a punt on them for minors now. Do you know what's really ominous? And you'll know what I'm talking about here. They remind me so much of Richmond, and I would argue that the list is better.
Yeah. They don't have Dusty, but that's why.
No, of course.
That's why their list is overall better than Richmond's, because Richmond had Dusty that saved everything when it came time.
Yeah, but I've seen this style with Dimmer before, and when it gets going, like Richmond were unstoppable. As much as I hate to say it, and I can feel it already. Like, it's looking good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know why? Because they've all bought in. They've bought into Dimmer. I mean, he'll win them a flag, trade all their draft picks out, and then dip. Like he does. But they look almost Geelong. I want to get your take on this. I'm a little worried.
No, they'll be lucky to make 10th. I said that. I did that in my predictions. They'll be lucky to make 10th. Just following history. Teams that get flogged in the grannies don't make finals. Now, finals is now 10th, right? So they...
There's a really funny statistic, isn't it? Like,
they don't make
teams
it.
No, they don't. Whereas if you're playing a close one, like Brisbane, when it lost to Collingwood, I don't know. It's like it doesn't affect you mentally. Like, you just come straight back. But when you get hammered, I don't know if it affects their psyche where they think to themselves, "Fuck, we can't compete with that." Like, in their mind, they think they can't get anywhere near it. Like, oh, we tried our absolute best to get to this granny, and we've just been smoked. So how much better can we get? I don't know. I don't know if it affects the psyche that way, but they don't look anything like the team last year. They've got a lot of old players, and I'll be honest, I don't think that forward line without Jezza is really hurting anybody.
Oh no, Shannon Neal's not going to be the one now anyway. Well, I've got a little of the stats up here, and honestly, I just want a quick hey or nay from you, right? Hay's the good one because we're the Stallions.
Yeah.
Because it is Pod City up the top here.
I know.
So we'll leave track. Grind
you mean in my team? Is that what you're saying? Or?
I just need a hey or nay. Are they worth it or no? Are you fading? Just not in your team, but are you looking at them? Grind Myers.
No.
John Noble.
Hey.
Took Miller.
Hey.
Max Holmes.
No.
I think there's Atkins.
No.
Anderson.
That is the most in the middle hey nay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be a hey nay.
Tanner Bruin. Good game from Tanner. Yeah.
hey.
Can I say I flicked him before the game. He came straight back.
Oh,
Straight back.
I'll tell you what, he wasn't in my team, but he's fucking in there now.
We'll do two more. Dempsey,
No,
Warple.
no,
One more. Rioli.
no.
Okay. Actually,
I like Noble.
last one.
I
Humphrey.
Hey,
Okay. See that.
really wanted him in a almost got him in today.
No,
I
his
he
ceiling's
showed me.
insane. His ceiling's
That's
good.
what I mean. His ceiling's insane. He can have 50s. I mean, I think you had him last year.
Yeah, I rode that wave.
He can have 50s. His ceiling's high, but I'm just wondering if is he just got that a bit more maturity now this year? Because he almost got traded, but he didn't. And maybe now the point to prove, he looked really good. I just looked really good.
You know what Humphrey is for me? I'm eyeballing when he gets 250s in a row and he slides down to that 300.
That's when you want them.
That's when you want to strike.
Because nobody else wants them.
That's when you want to strike. That's what he. So I'm happy not to have him. But I'll be watching.
Right now. But I say hey because I'm interested.
Yeah. But just looking at that, the pod city for those two teams is berserk.
It is unreal because not many people have any of those players.
No. And
I did
this last time, right down the bottom. Oh, that's Brad Close. No one getting on the old Brad Close. Ben King, even with his 4 goals, is in the bottom 5 scorer. So that just tells you about key forwards. That's what happens.
He doesn't touch the footy enough. He does his role. He's a full forward. He's there to kick goals. He's not there to touch it 15 times.
Yeah, he is the bloke where he'll kick 5 in 7 touches. He does not touch it otherwise, kicking the goals.
This is why I want. It's actually really it's a big dampener for me because if the Coast win the flag, there's a good chance he'll stay. But I just want us to go so hard for Ben King. There's so many rumors that we were going to go all in for him, but it just depends. If they win the flag, Dimmer will convince him.
Yeah, he will convince him to stay. Well, then, anything else before we move on to the Giants-Hawks?
Not in that game. I think we covered it pretty well. That Gold Coast were phenomenal. Geelong don't look too
I don't
flash.
think there was many surprises.
One thing I want to talk about, and is that Humphreys. Did he sort of give you the comfort in your decision to get rid of him? Or were you sort of maybe I should have kept it?
Oh, Lawson. No, because I'm happy where I went. And like I said, I'm giving snippets away of my update that comes out tomorrow. I'm back on Roberts. So I made money to go Lawson back up to Roberts. So
well, you're back on Roberts because you did a video the other week. So not the other week, the other day, and your defense was up. You'd had Roberts in.
Yeah,
it was when you did. You were covering the live games. You were covering. You covered and you showed your team, and you had Robertson. And I was thinking the sneaky dog because I had Robertson this whole time, and then right at the last you put. Robertson.
He was in, he was out, he was in, he was out, he was in, and then I thought he was out, and then I'm not.
I can't see how anybody doesn't have him. He's a gun.
Well, that's why. I just because I think I had the money sitting there at the time as well. It wasn't I had to trade to get. I think I had 50K in the bank. So I just went, I was like, what am I doing? Just go up. I think Bruin's the one to go over Humphreys. If you pick him one of them. Like I said, last week when we did this stream, I had them both and I can't remember who mentioned it, but it kind of rocked me because I didn't even think they're in the same team.
I talked about it on the live.
Yeah.
I was like, you got the both and then you're like, that's right. They're in the same team. So, because we're talking about the buys, I think. Mm-hmm. So that's what rocked you. But I'm with you. I've got him in there now.
Yeah,
it's just too cheap.
Yeah, cheap.
And he got a good score. So his break even's 12.
Yeah, look, he's going to score more than 12.
Of course. So he's going up.
Yeah. So if we move on to the GWS Hawks, the package is back. Don't know if he's an option for Super, but the package is back.
The package we talk about. I saw this meme. I think it was Dan Gorringe said this. He's like the greatest players in the history of football. You Gary Ablett seniors, you Tony Lockett's, you Gary Ablett Jr., and then it's Jake Stringer in a fucking contract year. Every contract year, He plays phenomenal, and then he gets a contract. But he does this all the time.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
just
yeah, he does.
he's in a
He
contract here
does.
again. He could have had 9 goals. He was
Yeah,
5'4".
5-4. No, but he is that guy. He's the burst guy. He is a guy that in 15 minutes. Now he did it for the whole game, from what I understand. But in 15 minutes, he can win a game. He's one of those. That's why they call him the package. Don't know if he's an option for us. I'm not going near the string.
Yeah, he got 130 odd, but I don't think that's like that's consistent. You know what I mean?
There's a few smoke and mirrors here for Super because the next bloke's Riccardi. We're not going near Riccardi, are we?
Nah. I'll tell you what I am looking at is Joe Fonte.
I had Joe Fonte last year because he was basement. When he came in, he was 119. And I made money on him. But he didn't really show any of this. So I don't know if the roles changed for him.
It has to have, right? The only thing that concerns me, though, is how do you get that amount of points weekly when there's Whitfield and Ash around?
Yeah, the thing is he'll play because Kingsley obviously likes him, so he will play. Yeah. But I think it'll be very. I think that's his ceiling. So he's hit his ceiling first, and there's a few of these guys this week where we're getting sucked in by their ceilings, not their average. So it's like
so Buderic's one of them.
Yeah, I just talked about it on my recording because another snippet. I have been sucked into Buterick because of the price, but that is his ceiling. Do not think he has a higher ceiling. That's his ceiling. But
I did something drastic. I went down originally from Flanders to Buterick, but
that's hefty.
I was like, but then I was like, that's silly.
Yeah. But we'll leave that for when we do get to the Dogs game. But I skipped over him quickly because you are a lot higher than me on Stefan Coniglio. I rate Coniglio. I like him. The price is good. He didn't have the role that his score portrays. So I think people think he was a big mid, where his
half forward.
Yeah, his CBAs were quite low. He was just racking up at half forward.
Yeah.
That won't happen every game.
No, it won't. You're right. But that price, that 300 odd price, is sort of the player you're getting. Like a lot of those players. So, like for example, we can just go through them. So, like Rochelle, De Goey, Cornelio, those sort of players, that's what they're going to do. They're not going to spend much time in the middle. There'll be that floating half forward. The only other ones like your Harley Reid, your Langfords, your Parrish, they'll be in the middle. I don't know. I might give them another week. The old Cogs. I like that though because that's a really big pod, and it makes sense. It makes sense for money wise to get him. I looked at him and it's like him or Bruin, and it's like, I go Bruin, but it's very tit for tat. I do like that price.
That is tit for tat. When you put them two next to each other, I get that discussion, but the other you do Bruin as well, but Coniglio is injury prone. He's
that's the only reason why I've gone back off him because like I can't trust it just yet. But if he gives me a body of work, I'll look at it. And then another thing you've got to take into consideration is Bruin is probably going to play midfield majority of the time, and even have that sort of like floating halfback.
Yeah, it does seem a floating halfback mid, which I like better than floating half forward mid.
Correct, because they're not so they don't get as many touches. I
think Coniglio is a better player than Bruin, quite handsomely a better player than Bruin, but Bruin has the better role and 40k cheaper.
Yes, so as a starter, if you can wiggle some stuff in, it's definitely a better option.
We touched on Clayton earlier. Eyes on. You got Lockie, Whitfield, and Ash. Did they kind of split the biscuits in this one, or was Whitfield that much higher than Ash?
Whitfield in terms of Supercoach was.
Yes, but in the game it was. That's what I thought. In the game it was quite split.
It is quite well. Yeah. Ash started off quite slow, but then he sort of built into the game. There wasn't. I think Whitfield may have got 3 or 4 more touches than him. It wasn't like astronomical. But in terms of the super, it's Ash didn't have a great time, and Lockie just did what Lockie does and still got 109, I think. Yeah. So he didn't miss. But Ash is kind of awkward because I think there's only 10k difference in him. And
they're like the same. So
he got 69. That is why.
So he must have butchered the ball
because he has to get 110. So he will be going under for sure. That was that. So keep an eye on that one. Like that could be a sneaky pickup.
Oh, there's a lot of these just keeping the eye on. But yeah, that Finn as well just did what. He didn't suck anyone that didn't have him to bring him in. But if you have him, you're not selling him. Like that kind of caper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm not moving on Finn, but if I had him, I wouldn't be stressed. Toby Green's interesting because he has a role that he hasn't had in a long time. Which is a lot more mid. I'm not moving on Toby. I think there's just better options at the price.
I'm not about it either because I feel like with Toby, when the going gets tough and they need an option going forward, then
he'll be the first. He'll be the first to move forward. So we've touched on McDonald. Eyes are on McDonald. There's not really much else here. Ralston didn't improve.
Nah, he didn't get me going because he's sort of the similar, same sort of price to what Bruin is. So like he's one that I wonder if people are hopping on or at least keeping tabs on is Sicily because he's 480 and he got 128 and he looked like he was back to that same old role that what made him great a couple of years ago, even though they got smashed. That's an interesting one to keep an eye on, just if he can produce these 100+ scores again that he was so good for.
It is definitely worth keeping an eye on Sicily. You can't not keep an eye on him, but I'm not anywhere near him right now.
Not right now, but it's one to keep tab. Because personally, I don't even think he was even remotely going to get these scores. You know, I think he's not the player he once was. Hence the reason why I haven't been on him. But I'm just saying, like, sometimes players do this, like a bit of the Oliver thing, where like Oliver could still be a really good pick and still be a gun this year. So can't write him off, but yeah, not there just yet. But it was good to see him get that sort of that score.
All right, well, let's sneak on over to the probably the best game of the round, most entertaining to watch.
Sure.
The Lions and the Dogs.
I'll let you talk about this more. You would have watched more of it than me. I kind of just caught snippets.
Well, it definitely was like your Voldemort was Lachie Neale, and I can safely say he passed the eye test like Lachie Neale always does. He was clean. He was unreal. Probably our best player, if it wasn't Zorks. But Lachie Neale's touches are harder to get than Zork's, if that makes sense. Zorko is sought after, but he's fucking brilliant with it. But he's sought after where Lachie earns every possession he picks up. So he had 39.
Yeah, bro, he went hard. That's why I said he was. That's why I looked at him. I was like, fuck.
Like I knew I saw him a bit, but for 570, that's up there. Will Ashcroft just did what Will Ashcroft does. He looks better. He looks more mature. It'll be interesting. So you're talking about Lugger down for that does open the door for Wash as well. Matty Kennedy had a first half from the Netherlands and then it faded. He had 11 touches at the 9-minute mark.
Jesus. He does that, though.
11 touches at the 9-minute mark of the first. It was sickening. And a goal. Yeah, did he miss? I think he missed. But I was going, he's going to score 200 opening round. Ed Richards, for me, I'm eyes on. Nick Rivers says Butterick. Now, I did move on Butterick because I did watch this game. He has... So I'm going to repeat myself what you'll see tomorrow in my team update. Butterick has the role we're wishing all these other mid-prices do. He has kickouts. He has halfback distribution. They don't look for Butterick, but they will never ignore him. His role is what we want Bruins to be, what we want all these people's roles to be. He has it.
Here's the question, though. What happens? Because I don't know if he played. I didn't watch it. Did Dale play?
He did play, but the big mail is he's not 100%. So
because he didn't have a preseason.
So the big mail is he was. So you're right. He could start playing second fiddle to Dale, just like how they're expecting Lindsay to play second fiddle to Marich at West Coast.
Right.
But even at 240, second fiddle, he should outscore don't get twisted. That's his ceiling. That was the best game I've ever seen Butterick play. So
He's
that's
not,
his
yeah,
ceiling.
he's not dropping hundreds every week, but
No.
at that price. But he's forward, correct? So you would have
Yeah,
had to
yeah.
drop.
So he'll get
You would have to drop.
DDP as
You would
well.
have to drop someone in your forward line to get him though.
Oh man,
Unless you've
there was
dropped
10 changes. Can't rattle. There was 10 changes.
Unless you've dropped a midfielder down.
Oh, I've moved everything. Everything's been shuffled. Everything. Big moves too. Big. But yeah, that's the other thing. He will get DDP round 6. He will get forward defender.
I've got if I just need a snippet. If Parrish has survived after your shuffle,
he survived. He survived. He's there. He is there.
He's untradeable.
No, he's untradeable now. He's untradeable now. Untradeable. Parrish has made it. But yeah, Butterick, good. Charlie, no one's moving on Charlie Cameron for Super. Great game. No. You're not moving on Charlie Cameron. I'll go back to Kennedy. Are you getting sucked into Kennedy?
500,000, such an awkward price on him, or 511 or whatever he is. I just don't like those prices. Like, he's one of those I'd catch on it if he's 420, 430, something like that. I'd probably look at him for late, and you see that becomes a pod. But those 500,000s, I think like this, 500 to like 550. I want the best players in the game, not like good players. So, for example, I'm talking your Ashcroft, your Petrarca, your Walsh, your LDU, that is the cream of the crop there. Kennedy's not there for me just yet.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. Bailey Williams, another one, night out, but you're not going near Bailey Williams. Like I said,
you won't play there every week.
The night of his career. Not a lot of people. It was a pod, but Jasper Fletcher has been talked about. Now he's brilliant to watch, good on the eye. But for Super Terms, he just did the same as he did last year for Super Terms. So I don't think he's an option right now in Super. Jasper Fletcher.
He's I spoke about him earlier in one of our very early videos that we did, and I couldn't understand how he wasn't on people's radar because he's only like 10,000 more than Roberts, I think, or 15 or something like that. But I get it. But he's a gun, and it's just that unfortunately Brisbane have so many good players in so many positions that it's hard for one to really take off. I know Zorko did, but that's what I'm saying. Like one will always kind of get it, and the other one doesn't. So it's tough.
The two droppers we just talked about. We just talked about it. Keep your eye on Bailey Dale if he hits 420.
Oh, 100%.
Keep your eye on Zach Bailey if he goes under 400.
100%.
And
these players are not.
Bailey's out
there
for a week as well. We're not even arguing that. We've accepted the week. We're arguing the other two. That info might be done by the end of our pod.
Gardner got upheld. So he's
I'm not surprised. He's lucky to get a week. I couldn't believe we fought that. Oh.
Yeah. So
Andrews will be interesting.
I
think they could get down to 2. I think
I think the worst one is Gardner, but because of the impact, the worst one is Andrews.
Yeah.
Because he gets knocked out. But he's not trying. I don't know. I've seen so many videos that are like, he knows what he's doing. I don't know.
He's not trying to knock him out. He has no history of that.
I think he's just trying to reach him. I think he's just trying to grab him. But he's just fucking smacked him in the chop. They're like, he sees him, lines him up, smacks him. No. It's like, I think he sees him, lines him up, and tries to grab him.
Yeah. Oh, it's a body block.
He's just clobbered him in the chops.
Yeah. The biggest...
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he wasn't looking... I'm not even getting involved in the conversation they was looking to it. Harris Andrews has no history of that clobber. He's going to block his body, and he's cleanly flushed him accidentally. Flushed.
Yeah.
Like flushed.
Oh, yeah. The impact, that's what... Yeah. That's what will get him 3 weeks because the impact's just...
I think they... I don't know if they can do character reference, we'll get him down to 2. Because I don't think he's ever been suspended.
That's what they're trying to get out of all this bullshit. Character reference.
That's 10 years? 10 years and he hasn't been suspended? So he's definitely not trying to do it.
No, true.
But it still happened. So you got to go.
It did.
Yeah. The biggest letdown of the game for super coaches, Baby Bond was unsighted. Freya was unsighted. You can't go there.
I was so iffy on him anyway because I actually did have him last year.
Yeah.
And he did this where he just some games he doesn't turn up and then other games he will turn up. But that's why I was iffy on him. I'm not surprised there. What was Libba?
Yeah, you can't go there.
Let's have a look at Libba. I don't think he scored very
Wasn't a
well.
great eye test either. Like from watching it, wasn't a great eye test. He couldn't have
Well,
scored great.
he's not even in the top 50, so
Yeah,
86.
yeah.
And for 600,000, that's probably
No.
not it. Dunkley, I assume, had a tagging role because he only got 88.
Yeah,
That's
he
one to
rolls.
keep your that's keep your eye on that price because if Dunkley gets
Yeah.
into your 500 realms, good lord.
Well, that's one thing to keep your eye on. LeBont did score 113 on Dunkley, so that is a decent score. Yeah, Dunkley's a funny. He doesn't tag. He's just a defensive mid, so it's not a tag, but he is aware of you. But
Yeah.
it's not a run with, if that makes sense at the same time.
No, I know. I've seen in the grand final he did it with De Go. It's not like a hard, but yeah, that's a great point. That he Bont still scored that amount, but unfortunately, you just can't put him in. Well, you can because I had him this entire time up until this week, but he needed to get more than 120 for me to keep him. I would have kept. Do you know what? If he got 120, I don't think I ever would have traded him. I just would have kept him. But
Yeah.
to start it out and he didn't get it, I was like, and I was really worried because I was like, fucking Brisbane. That he's not going to get that against Brisbane. I didn't think. And he didn't.
Jack Wes, I think he's a must bring in. I think sit him on your bench.
For the price and
Sit him on your bench.
80 odd,
Yeah.
you're dreaming if you don't have him. You're
But
off
yeah,
for fairyland.
before we leave there, I think the big touching point is what we said. With Slugger out, they are saying short term, but Calf, you'd think 4, but they're saying short. The winners there will be either Neil or Will Ashcroft. Will
Got a
Ashcroft
question
is
for you.
30k cheaper, I think.
Got a question for you because he's playing. You going drastic and putting Draper back in?
Okay, yeah, I couldn't believe he was playing. No, not yet. No, I'm happy to trade that. I'm happy to figure that out if I need to. I'm happy to figure that out.
You're not jumping like you're not thinking he's going to come in and rip and tear it. And
I'm too happy with my team right now, and I think he could. He could.
The only thing I'm worried about with my team at the moment is Sherry. I just don't know.
So he survived for me too. I'm
I've going in. He got one game. He's got one game.
Here's the thing: Draper's first game is against Grundy as well. So I'm not moving on. It's a good point. I'm not moving on Draper yet. I'm happy to wait. My eye is on him firmly, though, to make a move if I need to get him in.
The price is because if he's dobbing 90s, if he's getting 80 to 90s, that's almost an inevitable trade for everybody.
And even if I don't want to mess with my R1 and R2, this is the beauty of flex. I can find a way to get him to flex. So, yes, I'm watching Draper. Zakadelski look decent, but he'll be straight out because Draper's coming in, and you're not dropping the 2-time Grabelski staying in the squad. But yeah, we can leave that one there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Who scored the least in this game? Jordan Croft. He was injured. I'll tell you, I was looking at Jordan Croft after that first quarter. I thought he looked handy. I thought he looked handy, mate. Big touching point. I think McCluggage scored like a 10 because he was out early. He will be 500k when he's back in 3 weeks.
Yeah,
we're all getting McClugger at 500. That keep your eyes peeled for round 6, 7.
Yeah, that's a good one for McCluggage.
Where McCluggage is cheap as chips. If he comes back and has a stinker too, well,
that's what I mean. Like he might not come back
dangerous,
ripping and tearing. You know.
Then we'll all have them.
For sure. There's always those picks. Everybody ends up having them, but they don't become a pot anymore.
We'll sneak into the last game before we get into. We got just a couple more segments after this one. A couple of light segments. This is the brunt of it. The old Saints and Collingwood. Now, I can let you go off here. We kind of touched on this early. Can I ask one question off the rip?
Yeah.
Houston.
Loved it.
Is he is he an option? Is he?
Right now, currently, no, because my defense, how I've got it, just because Josh is a defender, but so he's there. But yeah, I fucking like it. I really like it. He was the most Port Adelaide Dan Houston I've seen in a year. You know, and we spoke about a lot of in the nose with Collingwood have spoken about this. Like once Josh goes into the middle, it was going to free up Dan because last year, I think just for whatever reason, the way we played, they just gave the ball to Josh, and that might just be because Houston was breaking into the team. It was his first year. Maybe they didn't want to give him the entire reins, even though they traded for him and stuff like that. But that was and I know it's St Kilda and it's not a top four side, but that was as good as game from Houston I've seen in a little while. He just looked clean. Like with his ball use, he was clean. And he got forward a bit. He could have scored a goal, but yeah, I was happy with that. I was happy for what I saw. And if the problem is though, if he continues to do that, he's just going to rise in price. So it will be hard to get him. But if one of these players in my defense doesn't turn out to be, I mean, there actually is options here because another one of my players has a DDP as well, so which I think everybody has, Rosie, so it's not a shock.
Yeah.
So there isn't a potential that
we're not going that strong yet, though, are we? We're not going Rosie to Houston, are we?
No, I'm not yet. But I'm just saying, like, there is that. That's probably your only option, at least in my defense. Because
how much more is he than Roberts? 20K?
No, he's less than Roberts. Yeah, he's less than Roberts. He's I'll tell you. So Daniel Houston. He is. Where did he score?
So he had the role though, didn't he? He had the halfback role.
So he's 430, whereas Roberts is 452.
So he's McKercher price.
Yeah, but wait, no, he's less than McKercher. He's less than McKercher. McKercher is 440. So I'll tell you right now, if he continues, I think I'd rather Houston over McKercher if it continues, and it looked like it will because there's just no other reason why Josh would go back into that role.
Yeah,
but maybe barring an injury to like Quaynor potentially. So yeah, I think, and obviously you got to remember because Perryman was playing that tag role, so which I think is probably going to be his role this year. So
as it should, it's his best role, I think.
Yeah, he's mate. He was a gun. He really shut down Naz, and he got touches himself, so he played really well. But yeah, so Houston is hot on my radar because at that price, 430, that's very, very tantalizing. So I like that. Yeah, I'm very big on that one.
Similar, but on the other side, Windhager. Did you like what you're seeing there?
Yeah, I did. I did like what I saw from Windhager. And again, makes it really tricky. He's probably going to end up with a DDP because he's a mid, but he's playing defense. So that might be one you have to look out for.
I didn't think of that, but that is true.
Yeah, he's playing defense, so he'll get that defender role. I think he's 440 from memory. So again, cheaper than Roberts, and he got 100 odd. So do you know what the thing with Windhager is? He can rack up disposal, but fuck, he can tackle.
Oh well, he's been a tagger for the best part of 3 years.
And when the going got tough, so in that last quarter when they were down and they were obviously trying to win the game, they pushed him forward and he gets around it. So yeah, the only problem is because I have so many St Kilda players in my team, that buy will kill me. So I'll keep tabs on Windhager.
Is that the round 2 buy?
Nah, it's like round 4.
So okay. That's an annoying one.
It's a bad one. So because it's just after that, the first round of sort of their prices going up. So yeah, it's tricky. And they have their buy with GWS. So that's a really horrible round. But I liked it. I liked what I saw from him. Yeah. I liked what I saw from him.
No one going near Marshall, I imagine. No love for the Marshall.
And he got concussed as well. And to be honest, didn't really impact as a forward.
Was it late? When was his concussion?
About third quarter.
Okay. Oh, so his score wasn't great before his concussion. Okay.
Mate, I hardly saw him. And
this
is the thing that you have to really think about too about this. We had the smallest back line in the history of man. The only fucking tall defender we had was Frampton.
Yeah.
Who honestly looked like he was on a bribe, I swear to God. But still scored well. Scored like 85
one percenters, mate. Frampton, the king of the one percenters.
This is what I'm saying. Like, he gets 1%ers, but fuck, he made so many mistakes that I was pulling my hair out. However, yeah, he gets a lot of 1%ers. I'm not going near Billy, but I'm just saying, like, it was, if you're not scoring, if you're a tall and you're not scoring goals against Collingwood in that defensive setup, then I don't think you will, because, like, Cooper Sharman and Mitch Owens were occupying Frampton all the time, and Marshall just still couldn't do it. And I think Marshall ended up with maybe Maynard, and
Right.
I know Maynard's a fucking mongrel, but like he's not tall,
No.
so he should have had a little bit more fun with it, but he just didn't impact. Didn't impact.
Right. Well, we've beat this drum for a few weeks now, so we almost don't have to run over it ourselves. But we bullseyed Nasiah.
Yeah,
We said
saw that coming.
he will get tagged. I did, like you, I did not think it'd be against Collingwood. I thought he was going to get 140 here. I was expecting him to get tagged later.
Yeah.
If yous are tagging him, he's in strife.
Yeah, and that's my point, and I think I said this in my little update video. Like, we're not notorious for tagging. Like, we're really not. And Perryman's a good, solid player. And I'm not going to try bash Perryman here, but fuck, there's some better taggers around. Like, there's some really good taggers in the league, and like. And this is the first game. And do you know what the problem is now for Naz? He's made a rod for his own back because it's proven it's worked.
Yeah.
It's proven it's worked in the very first round against a team that doesn't usually do it. So what do you think is going to happen? Everybody's going to tag him. And then he's going to have to try to figure that out. What he really struggled with is when he was going forward and Perryman was going with him, he just couldn't find ways to get on the ball. Whereas when we see Nick get tagged, he still finds ways to fucking impact the game because he's, and so did the good players like Neil, and they still find ways. Whereas because this is his first time and he hasn't had to deal with this before, he just struggled. And maybe in a few games he'll figure out what he's got to do. But yeah, I just think for 650, you're better off staying off it. He's not going to get anywhere near that. He's going to be one that you get around 550, 520, something like that.
Everything I say about him, like, he's an unbelievable player. If he hits 500, he's in my team. He's
in everyone's team.
My team, yeah, and he should be in everyone. It's funny because people will say when he gets to that point, he's not worth having. No, he still has that 140 to 170 ceiling.
Nah, mate, the Brownlow winner last year dropped to about 440.
Yeah.
And then he wins the Brownlow, and I think he ended up around like 650.
So he won't get tagged every single week. So you'll get...
No, he won't.
Yeah.
He won't. It just... I think we wanted to... Obviously, we were trialing something for starters. And I think McRae can sometimes be really stubborn, but I think this time he was not. And he just saw it for what it was and thought, I'm just going to put somebody on him.
Yeah. Yeah. We definitely agree with you, Nick Rivers. It is Sinclair over... I think Sinclair should be a lot of people's D1. I think he should be.
I don't know how he wasn't originally. But the funny
he should
thing
have been
is
originally.
that, like, he didn't. It's not like his scores last year didn't suggest that he should be D1. Like, were we all watching the same football and were we all playing in the same Supercoach? Because like he does this 143 quite regularly.
Yeah. No, it's in his caper. It is definitely.
I don't understand how he would just fade onto everybody's radar. I was so lost. But anyway,
can I ask you? Very, very middle of the road score for his price, and we've been having an eyeball on him. Did Darcy Wilson pass the eye test?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I don't think he looks like he could be. He's the could be. Like he shows all the talent, but I think he's a little bit rash with the footy, just not experienced just yet. Like I think he can be, but particularly late. When they were chasing the game, like he kicked a few out on the full, like on the boundary. Like he's just not there yet. Like, but I think he's full of energy and he's got talent, but just hasn't got that cleanness around the ball yet. But it'll come. But I'm okay to fade right now. I think he only got like 15 touches or something like that. But I tell you one that I was more impressed with was Hugo Garcia. But I don't think he scored very well. But he just looked very good.
Yeah.
I think he's a gun. He tried to tag Nick, but couldn't get anywhere near it.
No.
Which is a really strange pick because I would have put Windhager in him, but whatever.
So it was late last year. Lions did put it out in the ether in an interview that he wants to stop using Windhager as a target because he thinks he's more capable of what he's doing now, which I think he's proven he is.
Look, that's fair. That's very fair.
But I think there will come a game where someone's destroying him and he goes, I need Windhager, stop him. So that if you have Windhager, that's a chance, and that'll hurt his score. But no one's moving on Jack Carroll. We're all happy with Jack Carroll's
Yeah, he didn't do enough. But the thing is, I just saw something on the page. One of the Supercoach pages just come up on my phone. There's still like 4 or 5 of those middle ground Saints players that are still really far away from
Yeah,
coming back.
yeah,
So I think he's going to keep his spot.
yeah.
He looked okay. He looked okay, but 119 is fine. You could potentially have him on your bench, but I'm not. I'll just get him up. I'm not entirely sure what he scored, but
We're chasing 250, aren't we? So, like with Jack Carroll, I'm looking at
yes.
250 to move him on.
Yeah, you want to. He got 54. That's
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
not bad.
I'm
That's
happy.
okay for 100.
That's all right.
Yeah, that's okay for 119. That's not something that I would be like, oh my god, I got to. Well, put it this way: he got 10 points less than fucking Naz, so that's not something you should move on.
No.
You know what I mean? Tell you what, Max Hall's a sniff.
Max
He
Hall's
got
a
80
fantastic player. Yeah.
Yeah, he is a gun. I think he's so crafty. Brad Hill, that's one.
He's a
That
trap.
he
Don't let him suck you in.
he'll have a good one.
Yeah.
He'll have a good one, and then he'll have a bad one, eh? Does it all the time.
Oh yeah, man. Before we leave it for you, because I hear Tom de Koning was much better than his super coach. So watching Tom de Koning was good. Super coach the 90 is decent, but I've heard that you would have thought he got a 110. Correct or not
did you
for
watch
you?
the game? Did you?
I got the
watch
last
the game?
half briefly.
Okay, so
Briefly.
so first half, it's just funny. This is why I said to you, I think I messaged you about this, where I was like, I don't know what to make of this. So the first half and like just going into the second, when Marshall was around, I don't know why, but he got bodied by Cameron. He just couldn't win the hit outs as much, and then his disposals wasn't hitting targets. It just this whole general game, he was not impacting, right?
Right.
And Cameron was having a good outing. Then Marshall goes off,
Yeah.
and so it's just de Koning, and he played really well. And he got the better of Cameron late, and he was starting to outmark him in contests, and he was getting disposals. Like he had a way better second half than his first, but maybe his poor first half he just couldn't catch up. So potentially, if he has a first half like that, he will get over 100 points. So it's like I said, I don't know what to make of it. I'm really confused because it's almost as if the two ruckmen hurt him. But if Marshall's concussed, I don't know if that's confirmed or not, but he went off. So if he does miss a game, you might see de Koning just by himself, and I think you might see the best of him.
Yeah. Well,
Because when he was by himself, I think he was great.
just the exact same thing last year at Carlton. When he was by himself, he was 140s. Pitting that in, he was 70s to 90s.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about de Koning and sharing the role. Something happens to him. I don't know if it's like he doesn't go into contests as much as he thinks he should. Like he pulls back, and I don't know, but it really affects him. But then when he's alone, like he's really good. And they're kind of very similar ruckman. I'd say he's more athletic than Cameron, but they're both, in terms of the like more athletic ruckman, they are two of them. And so they were very tit for tat with the jumping ruck contests, and even around the ground they were very tit for tat, to be honest.
Yeah.
So yeah, look, 96 isn't fabulous, but 524 is. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Well,
Well, you got to think of it like this. Like I've got English, and English got 117, and you would, yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure they play. Who do they play? So he plays GWS, so he's probably going to kill Briggs as well. So English is probably going to go up. So he's an awkward one to have. Like I probably don't want to get rid of him, but Sherry, that's the one where I'm like, if he doesn't have a good game, he's got one chance for me. I'm going straight back down. I'm going straight back down to Dakota.
yeah, I think that's a fair call. Well, it's funny, right? Because another little snippet, but I'm going to leave it there till tomorrow, is TDK has been moved on out of my team.
Yeah, so you've gone two big ruckman.
You'll see that tomorrow. But yeah, I have moved him on.
If we have the same ruckman, that's gonna. If we have the same ruckman, we must have the same team.
No. Our mids are incredibly different, and I doubt we have the same ruckman. We'll leave that. We'll leave that for tomorrow's. Like I said,
no way you shifted to Grundy.
I've lost my mind. I've lost my marbles. Anything else before we move on? Play a little bit.
if you're playing McAndrew at ruck too, then you need help.
Mate, we'll leave that till tomorrow. My update.
You're playing McAndrew around too. You've
Anything,
done it.
Anything else before we move on to the next segment here?
No, I think. Well, I mean, for that perspective, I think the players that everybody would have had on their side, the Philippines and stuff like that, they didn't do themselves any harm. And I don't think there was any players there that maybe you could look at. Well, actually, no. I'll tell a lie. I mean, I think for Collingwood's perspective, we don't really get talked about. Well, no, we do get talked about a lot. That's not what I'm saying. But I mean, like, some players just don't get talked about a lot, but they are guns. Like, for example, like Maynard, 417 gets 128.
Yeah.
Like, I think people forget that Maynard can just go off sometimes. Lockie Schultz, like 110, he's a gun. Like, he can find his way around the footy a hell of a lot, and he gets on the scoreboard. And he actually gets a lot of touches. He's 420. Jack Crisp, but awkward price for Crisp. But I know he's a gun. And then DeGoey at 320,000. That's so tantalising.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Ones I would probably stay off for Collingwood, being a big Pies fan, I'd stay off Lipinski. I'd stay off Sidey for now. Sidey's 506. If side bottom breaks into 300,000, that's big. I'm picking up side bottom. But yeah, like, I'd stay off Buller. I don't think Buller's doing much. Ed Allen didn't do enough for 277,000. That's, you think about him and Tanner Bruin. There's a big difference there.
Yeah.
Will Parker was okay, but I don't think Will Parker keeps his, because Darcy Moore comes back this week, and then it has been confirmed that Jeremy Howe comes back the week after, which is massive for us. So our defense is only going to get better. So I don't think Will Parker will be playing, which is upsetting because he actually did pretty well, and for 130,000, that could have been a little sneaky riser.
One to keep an eye on for sure.
Yeah, Lipinski has midfield / forward, but didn't score too well.
Yeah.
One I would absolutely fade right now, cleanly fade. Wait for this one to come down. It's Ned Long, because he's 420,000 this year because he had such a good first year.
You can't go near it.
But you can't go near it now. But if he drops down again into those 300s, I'd probably look at it. But other than that, obviously, Nick, Josh, Pendlebury still got 112, bro. The guy's 38.
And what, 50% time on ground as well. So.
50% time on ground. He got 26 disposals and he played 50% of the game. Yeah. Like, I don't think he gets talking about it. Like, to do that at 38, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, ridiculous. He's a gem. He's a gem. He's I think he's one of these ones where I think he might get talked about more once he retires.
He is, isn't he? Because he doesn't do anything flash.
Yeah.
When he leaves, you'll go, yeah, fuck, he was good, eh?
Yeah.
It's one of those.
He'll clear 450. Wait for it.
Oh, he's already got the most disposals. He's already got the most tackles. He's going to have the most games. Yeah, I just can't believe he's never won a Brownlow.
Yeah, I know. Still time? I think it's going to be uphill battle now.
I think so.
There's all the games. We delved in a bit deep to all that. So my next segment is a surprise for you, all right? Now, I ran you through a bit of hay or nay before. This is take one, leave one, all right?
Right.
I've got a little list here. Now, we're not going to, because we have talked about all these people, I just need your choice. I'm going to give you two players. You have to take one.
So it's a bit like what Kane and King.
Yes, mate. I can't remember what they call it. I don't have the music. They do have the good music. Yeah. So I've got a few here for you, and then we'll get into our shower thoughts, because my shower thought is almost a similar line, a take one, a leave one, but completely separate. We'll get to that shortly. Yeah. Take one, leave one. One name answer. Windsor or Coleman?
Windsor.
Sharp or Farrow?
Sharp. And there's late mail on Farrow, by the way.
Oh, okay. Well, pause. Quick. I don't have him.
Yeah, he's out.
He's out. Oh, gone.
Not for my team. I mean, he's out. He's not
yeah. N. Dacos or J. Dacos? And price can come into this. Everything. We're talking Supercoach. We're talking price.
Okay. If we're talking Supercoach,
J. Dacos or N. Dacos?
Josh.
Harley Reid, Hayden Young.
Harley Reid.
Dane Zorko, Lockie Whitfield.
Oh, that's a really hard pick. You know why that's a hard pick? Because Lockie's like 600,000. Oh,
Yeah, I need a name. You need one. One's off to the cleaners.
Whitfield.
Connor Rozee, Zach Butters.
Butters.
Lockie Neal or Will Ashcroft?
That's a really hard question. Do you know what? If you didn't have a McCluggage injury, I'd say Neil straight away. But because you have a McCluggage injury now, that's such a harder question because, like you were saying before, that just opens the ground up for Wash. Because he could play next week and get 35. About 30k difference in them.
I believe Wash is 5'45" and Neil is 5'70".
Lockie
Neil.
That's hard.
Sheasel or Christian Petrarca?
Oh, that's a really good one. You've thrown some real belters out here. I thought you were going to go somewhere else there. That's really difficult because Clarkson's a bloody numbskull sometimes. I play Sheasel in some really different positions. Do you know what? Sheasel, I think, is one of the most popular players because he's the only gun in the area. If Sheasel... Oh, fuck.
I was quite proud of this one, Policia. I thought it was belters.
Yeah, that's a really good question. Sheasel.
Oh, that one shocked me a bit.
Yeah, I'm not getting sucked in for the 170.
Tristan Sherry or Brody Grundy?
For Supercoach?
For Supercoach. This is for Supercoach. You got to pick one this week and leave one.
Yeah, see, that makes it hard because you say pick one for this week. Because if I'm going one game, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because I only have Sherry in my team for other reasons. I don't have him in for one game, because his run's so good.
Yeah, and Grundy does have Grabelski.
Fucking Sherry has what? Vincentini?
Yeah. Well, they're both going to score
Sherry.
180. Sherry. Dersma?
Reluctantly.
The Willem variety, Dersma, or Zeke?
I haven't seen enough of Dersma, but I liked what I saw in Zeke, so Zeke.
Didn't score as good as he looked. I was very surprised to see his score.
True.
I thought he looked unreal. I was going to message you and say he's passing the eye test, Zeke here. Saw his score. What was it, 40s?
Yeah, but that's what I mean. I wonder if that will just slowly translate into super score. But my eye test tells me he's a better player. But I haven't seen enough of Dersma. But yeah, fair
enough. Here's your boy, Coniglio or Parrish?
The two most injury prone.
Yeah, you got to take the risk on one of them. You're rolling the dice.
If I'm rolling the dice, Parrish.
Oh, and last one, and I added this one late. Dan Houston or Marcus Windhager?
Oh, that's a belter. Windhager. Windhager for now. Windhager for now. I just need to see this 2 to 3 more times from Dan. If he does this against Adelaide and he does this again, like if I get to the Easter, I'll tell you right now, I'll say this as an exclusive because I'm going to the Easter game at the Gabba. If he does that, and he's done that for a couple of weeks, and he does that again at the Gabba, and I'm watching him live, he'll be in my team.
Yeah, he is one to watch.
He's got 4 games.
He is one to watch. I think I would agree with you on almost all of them.
Yeah, you probably won't agree on the shoes or Petrarca one, but I just can't.
No, I would take track. I would take track.
Yeah, I'm not getting sucked in on the 170 just yet.
Yeah, I would take track. That is true. Yes. At this
what wouldn't you get? What one would you not agree on?
No, I think I agree on them. I would take Petrarca over Sheasel.
Yeah.
I think the hardest one is Neil and Ashcroft.
That was like, I want to pull my hair out. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know what I mean?
I would lean Neil as well.
That's what I mean. I'd like just.
I would probably go Zorko over Whitfield, but I could be boss.
I wanted to say Zorko, but I just thought, who's the most consistent defender in Supercoach history?
Yeah, the Whitman.
It's the only reason. But, like, he is... I'd say, he's getting older and they're transitioning. But Zorko's like, I'm 36 or whatever. So, like, the age doesn't...
Yeah. Well, and this does lead to my shower thought, which was a shower debate. And this is just before we're going to touch on our trade thoughts after. Now, you've already revealed, but you might make more trade. You might have some more thoughts. We'll touch on that after.
I've made some more trades since my update video.
And I've already given snippets, but a few there. But my shower debate, Smarties or M&Ms?
M&Ms.
No.
Yeah.
It's got to be Smarties.
No.
I bought the young one a pack of Smarties the other day, and I had a couple, and I was like, fuck.
I'm not knocking them.
Fuck, these are better.
But if I go to the cinema, M&Ms.
Now, you've added a location, which is unfair, all right? So location can change a thought process.
Well, they shouldn't. They're both chocolate.
Smarties. They don't taste like the same chocolate. I reckon it's been a good half a decade since I had a Smartie.
I was going to say, I don't see packs of Smarties around much anymore.
She picked them up. I was like, yeah, go on. It was on special, like $3. I was like, let's get a pack of Smarties. I was like, I said, you're splitting them with me. And I had a couple. I was like, fuck, this is unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal. I'm going Smarties. Nick Rivers is with me, Smarties as well. I'm telling you, Smarties, the biggest underdog in the chocolate scene.
Crack for kids, eh?
Oh, 100%. And even the shape of them. Are they
Australian?
They're more a disc. Smarties.
They are more a disc. Yeah, are they Australian? That's what I'm asking.
I'm not sure.
Because I know M&Ms aren't. So, like, if that's an Aussie brand, I almost want to fact check this.
The chocolate ain't the same. It ain't the same.
Yeah. Smarties.
And yeah, but this debate went into my shower that evening as well.
Yes.
And I was discussing it with myself, and I've learned Smarties. Now,
you disgusted with yourself.
M&Ms have the variety of nuts, all sorts. They've got more of a palate, as you say.
Smarties have. They do. They do have some. I'm looking through here now, and they've got all different types.
Well, there you go. Smarties take the cake. Smarties win. Yeah. Smarties. I'm telling you, there's a chance for you. Find yourself a pack of Smarties and give them another burl, and I'm telling you, it'll blow your hair back. They're special.
Okay, so Smarties are created in Switzerland.
Switzerland. That doesn't surprise me at all. Feels like a Switzerland thing.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because I go to a lot of movies, like in the cinema, and I have M&Ms a lot.
You know the other thing as well?
You know what I would say? M&Ms or pods.
Maybe I hate M&Ms because that's pods for me all day.
No, I'm taking pods too. I'm just like, pods are amazing. The biscuit with the chocolate, the pod maybe.
That's an unfair fight. That shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah, because pod is top.
I was going to say, you know what it might do for the Smarties, right? The thing about coming in a box instead of a bag.
Like that.
Oh, mate, I don't know what it was, but just being in a little cardboard box where you could just pour them out. Oh, special.
Better for you.
Special. Instead of reaching in a bag, it's like it was working for me instead of me working for the M&M.
Okay.
So I'm on the Smartie train.
Pouring it into your head instead of reaching. I get it.
But if pods are there as well, they're all cooked. They're both cooked. Sorry, but
yeah,
we didn't have to bring pods in to slaughter the fucking debate here.
No, well, I mean, it went onto my mind, and I thought, that's...
If we're going pods quickly, Snickers pods or Mars pods?
Mars pods.
Me too.
Yeah, I do like Snickers.
Like Tic Tacs. Smarties is like Tic Tacs where you just pour it out. That is true. That is true.
Geez, I haven't had a Tic Tac in a while.
Mate, I'm telling you, get yourself a pack of Smarties when you walk past them.
I'll get them in the shop.
Oh,
in
mate,
the weekly shop.
Special. Well, there your shower thought. Do you have a shower thought?
Definitely not around my confectionery. That's for sure. My shower thought was more football related, but now
that's fair. Like, we can have football. We can have football shower thoughts.
I was thinking. I don't know. Oh, I was just, my shower thoughts were just thinking around how they were talking about the Collingwood and how their St Kilda's got the statistic with the attendance, so with the game
the highest attendance, yep.
Yeah, and I just started thinking, and then I started thinking about all the teams that we've played against, and we're pretty much their highest attendance for games, and I was like, that's phenomenal, and then how no wonder everybody wants to play us in opening round. Like it's actually a fight. Like everybody wants to call us out, and I was more shocked because there's still like so many teams in Melbourne. It's not like you got Bombers, you got Carlton, you got Richmond. They've all been big in their own right, but then to be like nearly everybody's highest, it just shocked me. I was thinking, fuck, we must be massive.
It's also don't brush past the 45 grand final appearances. So there's a lot of those where you've probably played. That's probably 8 teams you've versed highest attendance
easily. So I would say, Brisbane's highest attendance because of the grand finals we've played in.
West Coast
Yeah, West Coast, and then obviously all the other grand finals that we've played against people. Carlton, obviously. It's always going to be us. The Bombers, Hawthorn. It's always going to be us. That just blew me away, though, because I started to go through it, and I was thinking about the other teams, and I was like, surely they played somebody else and had them. And then I was like, they couldn't have, because your biggest club in the country is Collingwood, and if you play them at the G, they're going to get you 100,000. And St Kilda got 83,000 on opening round. 70% of them were pies. Wow.
Here's one to bring for next week. Is I'm actually interested in the 2 or 3 teams where you aren't there record.
Yeah.
So I'll be looking that up to bring that next week and
suss that out because I actually don't know how.
Yeah, who is it? It'd have to be. I would tip Essendon. Would be some of the other ones.
There's going to be some teams there that I reckon played in grannies many moons ago when the MCG didn't have that third tier and it was sort of on the fields. So maybe more people could have got there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. It could be fucking. I don't know. It could be Adelaide. It could be North Melbourne. I don't know. But that was my shout. I just thought, geez, we're
fantastic. Geez, we're massive. Well, there we go. We're moving on to the last segment.
Right. What do you got for me?
It's just trade thoughts. What are we still looking as someone? Are you trying to figure out how to get someone in the final hours? Are you trying to figure out how to get rid of someone in the final hours? And who are those people?
I'm trying to get Buterick in because I like that price. If I saw more of him, maybe is it Blackiston? Maybe if I saw more of him, but I haven't seen him, so I'm happy to wait that. But Buterick could be the big. Also, I'll tell you one that's really under the radar for a lot of people. I just don't know how much he's going to be in the middle. I feel like he's going to be more forward than anything, but and it's Lawler. I just don't know about Lawler, but that's a real sneaky price. But if he's playing lots of midfield, he might get it. I like Harley Reid. I'm not so there on Langford yet, but I like Harley. I like Harley, but I haven't got him in just yet. You've got your video coming, so that's fine. I've already done my video, but now we're at this point because you're next, and then it's going to be pretty much the game on Thursday, so I don't have another chance. I'm going to give an exclusive here and break off. I'm going to tell you my team, and you can yay or nay it. You can say that's stupid.
You can fair. You can tell us if you want to do the ins and outs. I bet it'll change by the ins and outs on Thursday as well.
100%, it probably will be. So right now, and I almost think this is identical just by judging by your defenders. So I've got Sinclair, Rosie, Dacos.
I'll tell you who's the same. How about that?
Right, Sinclair, Rosie, Dacos.
Correct.
Roberts, Roberts, Windsor, Jaquez.
We have one different.
Right.
It's
Bench.
Jaquez is on my bench.
Right. So
He's not-
bench
he's-
is Lindsay Sarong.
We have the exact same, just that last three's turned around.
Fair
Exact same
enough.
defense.
That's fine. Midfielders. I've got Butters, Goulden, LDU, Petrarca, Parrish, Bruin, Grilch, Jaggersmith.
We have
Bench.
five similar. Wait, we have five. I have Butters, Goulden, Parrish, Bruin, and Smith on field.
Fair. So there's three there that you don't have because I know your Petrarca being your forward line. So there's three.
Yes,
midfielders.
true. I do have Petrarca on my forward line.
Interesting. Though three midfielders there. That's interesting.
Here, a little saucy one. Goulden is my M3 as well. We'll leave that there. Continue.
Kind of faded Walsh. Walsh must be M4.
Walsh is M4.
Yeah. Jeez, you got a strong midfield. All right, so then my midfield bench is Jones, Watkins, Blamirez.
So we'll touch. I'll quickly touch on this. I have Blamirez, but Blamirez is my. I will have 20 minutes to swap from him to Watkins or one of these 99Ks that is playing. I'm not certain which one it is, so I'll be watching the lineups come out on Thursday.
I'm the same. I just haven't. I don't know if there's another midfielder right now in the comp that I really like for the value. Like they might not play. Either of them might not play. But
well, that's it. He did the most to play. Ramirez. So,
yeah, he did. He did. So, but they're there for now. For me, I'm like I said, I still got a day, so I could probably change this. Rucks for the moment. Sherry and English, and my R3 is Reedy, but that might change because I do like the loop as well, but I just haven't done it yet.
I am Sherry
Forwards,
as well. Sherry is my R1.
Yeah, and you don't have TDK anymore, so that's interesting.
Gonskis.
That if you have McAndrew as your R2, I'm spitballing here. You don't have to answer. I'm just surmising. If McAndrew is your R2, that would facilitate another big time midfielder. So if Goulden is your 3, that means you've got another big midfielder there. So that is probably what you've done. But that's ballsy because we talked about it.
Big investigations going on here. I'll give us your forwards.
It's really ballsy. But
I might have lost my mind. We'll find out tomorrow.
Don't worry about it because I've been on that tangent. In fact, you know what? That should have been my shower thought. My shower thought was the R2. Do you go?
It's a good shower thought.
Yeah, that's the shower thought because I've been on this all week. But you know what? I just haven't had the balls to do it, and I still don't think I will because anyway. But I can totally understand why you've done it because this guy just needs to get 70, and it makes it worth it. But anyway, particularly given if you put another massive midfielder there that the gap between 70 and say 117, and then that midfielder gets 140, you've negated it. I'll tell you what, if it's Bontempelli, I'm going to fall off. Forwards, Sheasel, Pickett. I've been on Cosy this whole time. I've never been able to shake him.
Yeah, he's still stayed there.
Yeah, only because he's just the only fella from Melbourne. He's surely going to score. I put Flanders back there. I did a Buterick there. Philippou, I'm still on Marshall. I liked what I saw in this pracky. Got a lot of marks, and that's good when you're a defender. And so I like that. If he stays, obviously fitness is a problem. Achilles are dangerous. And I've still got Robertson, even though he looked like he wasn't going to play. My flex is McAndrew.
So
for now, and then my forward bench is Doverston and Lombard.
That is very similar as well because I have Petrarca in my forward, so that counts.
Yeah.
Our only difference there is Butterick. I have Butterick, which has come in. I revealed that earlier. Toddy Marshall, I am trying to get rid of. Funny enough, I don't.
Oh, it's no confidence.
I just don't. Even at 147, I'm just like, do I want you in my team at the start? I
say I like it, but I don't like it, if that makes sense. Like, I like it because I think I can understand why he's going back to defense, to put it that way, because he'll be able to rip marks for fun, and surely his disposal should be okay. But Yeah, it's not a confidence pick by any
Because
means. Don't get me wrong.
do I even play him on field over Lombard? I don't know. Do I play him on field over Doveston? I don't know. Like I
No,
don't.
no, I don't. I tell you what, Lombard at 69 points there on the bench. This definitely should be on. In fact, that might just
And he's
change
going to
right now.
play. He's got
I'm
his
happy.
spots cemented.
That's changing right now. Marshall's going to the bench.
Yeah, it is very tricky. That it's funny because we're not spending trades, so it should be easy to get rid of someone. But I've been trying to figure out who to go to, and I just can't find it. And
That's the issue. It is very difficult. Who do you go to? You know.
so that is an interesting one. I'm actually looking to move someone out already. That Tom Marshall. Can't really find out too. I did reveal. Yeah, my biggest trade thought this week was getting a loop. I just realised late I need my loop. So yes, Kalani White for me was the big. There was people saying this Burnett has more Sundays, but he's won 13. If I'm having a loop, I'm having a 99k loop.
99, yeah. But he's not. Trust me, he is not playing unless Max Gorn gets injured.
Yeah.
And I actually think he's injured himself.
Yeah, no, he is injured. And even though they're not on a lot of Sundays, they're not really on any Thursdays or Fridays. So my VCs, I get my VC off on Thursday and Fridays most weeks.
So you put your VC. So you put your VC on somebody else, and then you put your captain on Kalani White, and then and then you move your VC. Is that how you do it? You move your VC, or do you?
Yeah. So Kalani White has to be on field, and my R2 has to be on the emergency because he won't play and they'll get swapped. And my VC will get the score. But if I want to swap it, if my VC that plays Thursday or Friday doesn't get a great score, I can take the captaincy off and put it on someone who plays late, like a Sherry. Sherry plays Sunday. So that's what I mean. When I was looking at it, I was like, oh, I'm just checking if my VC is right. Because I was looking at, because this is what I just quickly touched on it.
My VC's Butters, I think, because he plays before Sherry.
Yeah, so Butters plays... Yeah, so my VC is on Butters. That's like having the chance to VC Butters. Like, do you know what I mean? You're getting 2 hits of that. So, yeah, I think it took me to the last week to realize that I think you need a loop. I think it doesn't have to be R3. I've seen people have their loops in the midfield because the midfield stocks are low for rookies. So I've seen people do that at the, what is that, M13? What is it? 8, 9, 10, M11. I've seen a lot of people have their loop there. But, for me, it is Kalani White is coming for my loop. And I don't know, it makes the weekend a bit more fun for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I find when you just have one chance, I stress about it. When I have one shot to hit my captain.
Well, it makes it hard, man, because, like, it's difficult. Like, how do you know what I mean? Like, it's just difficult. Yeah. Like, 'cause if you get it wrong, you're pinned.
And you'll always have a few people you're looking at, and you get your bloke you did gets 80, and the other guy gets 170. You're fucking fuming, mate. You know what I mean? So loop came in for me. It was my biggest trade thought this week. Get a loop. So yes.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Mm-hmm. Well, there you go. That might wrap it up.
Mate. We've had a good. I've shown you some of my team. That don't get it twisted. We've still got one day, and we can see what happens. There's still plenty of time to make something happen.
Mine might change. Like, it probably will change. Not mine. It probably will change. It's too long. What is the lockout right now? A day, 1 day, and 21 hours. Yep.
Yeah.
But we'll leave that there. We'll be back next week. I'll put my update up tomorrow, and ins and outs if we can get to it as well. But beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, mate.
All right.
Hold on. Oh, my computer just spazzed. Don't worry, we're all good. All right, everyone. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
All right. Adios.